guys, welcome back to my channel. Today the big news and reveal is the fact that I am currently pregnant. I am 22 weeks and 1 day. I am having my second child now. This is going to be a boy, and I am very happy about that. My first was a little girl. They'll be about 14 months apart. She was born last year, June 29th, and I am ecstatic. I decided to do a gender reveal and a pregnancy update and pregnancy vlog kind of situation this time around because my first time I was completely nerve-wracked and it was just rough, okay? Just being honest. I was nervous, scared, all of the above. Everything you can possibly feel as a new mother expecting, I felt it. So, if you guys want more information about that, I can do a video on that explaining what I went through in the process and how I felt. I am a person who has had 2 miscarriages prior to my daughter. So it was a little rough. So I was very nerve-wracked and I didn't want to really do videos about it or talk about it really with anybody. So this time around, I feel a little bit more at ease. I am staying prayed up 24/7. Still, as always, but I wanted to kind of share some things with you guys about my pregnancy and what I'm experiencing personally for myself. So let's get right into it. Okay, so the first thing, or I'm just going to go through a Q&A basically update. I'll post a picture of what my tummy looks like at the end of this video so you can kind of see what I'm looking like at about 22 weeks. Let's start with baby due date. The baby is due September 12th this year. That's the approximate due date. I'm happy about that because it's close to me and my brother. And he was born in September and I was born in July. And my daughter was born a Cancer, and so I'm a Cancer, and my son will be a Virgo. My brother's a Virgo. So it kind of, I don't know, it was just something I just thought was pretty cool. Anyway, moving along. Okay, so that's the baby's due date. My current size and weight right now is, well, my weight is about 176. I think that's what I weighed at my last appointment. I do expect to gain, just like my last pregnancy, up to 185, 190. I think that's where I was at. It really doesn't bother me, the weight situation. I just want to be healthy. So I constantly talk to my doctor about that aspect and just follow through with that. Make sure that, you know, I don't have gestational diabetes. I'm good. So far I have not had that check. I will be having that check this week, I believe, coming up. I believe so, this week. So I'll know more about that later. I'll do an update on that and the results from that. My last pregnancy, I did not have it. I was about 1 stage from that, though. I was really close. So after my pregnancy, after I delivered, I decided to change the way I ate, change my whole diet just a little bit. Still love my food. Can't let it go. But I changed a lot about my diet and how I ate so that I could lose weight prior to getting pregnant again, have a better process this time around. So going forward, what else about my weight? That's about it in terms of weight and diet. I am eating a lot of fruits and vegetables as much as I possibly can, and I eat them normally in a smoothie form because it's easier for me to get all those nutrients in and, you know, kind of keep my diet going in the direction I want to go in during the pregnancy. Right now at 22 weeks, I have an appetite in the morning, but not too much. So I kind of have to force myself to really eat in the morning because I'm just not really craving breakfast lately. Right now I'm more so into lunch and dinner where I eat most of my food, and my cravings, oh my goodness, my cravings are Mexican food all day, every day. Okay, and I do mean all day. I can eat that every day right now. So that's a good thing and a bad thing as far as weight. But I am craving tons of Mexican food, spicy food, just like my last pregnancy. Seafood. I love my sausage. I'm currently living in Houston, so I don't know, the way they do their seafood is just a whole nother level of greatness. So I have to have that just a little bit. I can only eat a little bit, so I try to monitor that and make sure I don't go over the amount of seafood I can have due to mercury levels. So I am following that. However, that's another food thing, one thing I'm craving. I don't really crave too much else. I'm drinking a lot of juice, a lot of water, no soda really, unless I don't really drink soda anyway. So if I have a soda, it's like once in a blue moon. So I'm staying away from soda, caffeine, no caffeine, lots of water, staying hydrated. Beyond that, I'll get into more about my cravings probably later, but that's for now. That's where I'm at right now at 22 weeks. Let's go into, I don't have any Braxton Hicks contractions or anything like that. I thought I experienced a little bit, but it was something else. It turned out to be just my uterus stretch. I don't know to explain it to you. My doctor explained it and I didn't even really follow, but it's not that. It's something else going on. The baby's growing and I'm changing, so my body's changing, things like that are happening. But it's definitely not Braxton Hicks. So far so good. Heartburn. I do not have heartburn right now. I had it really bad my first pregnancy, so that's a plus. I am a night owl still. That's just me by nature. Pretty nocturnal. I stay up till 3-4 in the morning, but I will take a nap after I put my baby girl down to bed. Probably sleep for about an hour and a half, then I'll wake up and continue my day or whatever, or night, and do whatever I want to do, YouTube, whatever I need to be doing. That's my time, my window of opportunity as a new mom to just do it, okay? So I take advantage. So I am a night owl, stay up late. I was tired my first trimester, extremely tired. And it turned out to be the same as my first pregnancy during that time. I'm anemic, and I had to have a certain amount of iron in my body. So the same thing happened this time around. I am taking iron supplements with my prenatals separate to maintain that energy level and my iron level and make sure that I'm healthy throughout the pregnancy. So I am doing that. Beyond that, I'm not too fatigued or tired. Other than that, my usual feeling when you're going through your first trimester. Right now, it's getting a lot better. It is true. Once you hit your second trimester, you get more energy. You feel more energized to do things, and that's why I'm recording right now, basically, because I have a lot more energy. My first trimester, it wasn't happening too much. So I am a lot better now. As far as body care, what I am doing right now, I'm trying to stay away from a lot of perfume type products that are really strong and have certain ingredients in them. I'm sticking with my Johnson's baby lotion. I'm a baby lotion type of girl. I always have been. So that's the kind of lotion I'm using. I'm not really using anything specific. I don't use Bath and Body Works, stuff like that. I'm staying away from, and I really don't use much of that anyway. I'm just a firm believer in just a natural, clean smell, fresh, clean. So I stick with products that'll give me that. I don't need to smell like a flower all the time. So I don't really use those products too much. I also have heard that they're not as good to use while you're pregnant just because of the ingredients in them and the effects it can have on the baby, all that good stuff. So I don't really use a lot of perfume products and things like that, but I am trying to stick with the most natural products I can use. Shea butter. I'm using, of course, my cocoa butter for my stretch marks in my stomach. Tummy butter. I'm using your usual Palmer's Basically, that worked for me my first pregnancy. I didn't have not one stretch mark on my stomach, okay? When they say use that, use it. It works, okay? Prevent them stretch marks as much as you can, because, yeah, see, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. So I try to do it every day, twice a day. And after my shower, I'll kind of lotion or butter myself up, basically. Any areas, but the only thing I regret not doing my last pregnancy is focusing only on areas where I knew I had stretch marks. Because see, when you're pregnant, things stretch, things change, your body changes, you're gaining weight in all these different places. And there were places that I didn't pay attention to, and I gained stretch marks there. So what I decided to do this pregnancy, and even after, you know, postpartum, I started using the cocoa butter in places where I would get it, like my inner thigh, you know, that area I didn't really pay attention to. I got a ton there, so I started taking care of that, and that's pretty much gone at this point. But this time around, I'm making sure I'm hitting my entire body, because you just don't know until after, you know, the baby is born and postpartum, and then you start seeing them, and it's just, yeah, scary. So I am using that. Coconut oil, virgin coconut oil, I love that. I am using that on my body and hair. I didn't experience too much shedding my last pregnancy. This time around, I'm just taking precautions to make sure that, I mean, it's possibly going to happen maybe a little anyway. But I'm a person who, I use a lot of natural products on my hair and keep my hair heavily moisturized. So nothing's really going to change too much there. But, you know, if I experience it, I experience it. It is what it is. It'll grow back. I'm not nauseated my second trimester, which is a blessing. Yes, Lord. You have no idea. My first pregnancy, I was nauseated my entire pregnancy. After I didn't eat enough, it didn't even matter. I was nauseated. It wasn't good at all. So this time around, it's like just a blessing. I'm just happy not to feel nauseated too much. So I eat whatever I want, and I'm good. The only thing I don't eat are things that are really heavy. And sometimes my Mexican food, you know, it can give me that feeling, but it's nowhere near as bad as my first time. So I don't know if it's true when they say, you know, when you have a boy, you're just glowing and you're happy and you're feeling great. Look, it's working for me because I feel great. So basically, that's what I'm experiencing in terms of nausea. My second trimester so far. Now, I won't be doing midwife or not. I won't be doing a midwife this time around. Like I said earlier, I have a doctor, a physician. So I will be, you know, using my same doctor. Thank goodness, because he is just awesome. Best doctor in the world to me. I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to have the same doctor. So that's what I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to go into too much detail on why not. But why I'm not choosing a midwife. But that's completely up to you. And whoever, you know, your husband or whoever's involved, it's completely up to you guys at the end of the day. I don't want to speak on that too much. So, am I feeling movement? Right now, I'm feeling a little bit of movement. I'm feeling kicks. I know with this pregnancy, we found out, and I'll post a clip of actually either before or after this, my son kicking a lot. And we were actually able to see his gender very early on. I mean, super early. I didn't have to have a blood test, anything. He could see that was a boy, and it was because he was moving around so much. He was so active, and he is still active now, very active. So it's a blessing, and I'm thankful for that. He's kicking a lot. I do feel kicking, a lot of kicking. Normally at night, and I want to say early in the morning. Early in the morning. Most of the time it's kind of just repetitive. It's early in the morning around the same times, and at night when I'm going to bed. So, well, you know, I'm up anyway. I'm not in bed, but at night, late at night. think that's about it. If you guys have any questions or anything or comments, please leave them down below. I welcome them. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in. I will be giving another update probably every week. Fingers crossed. Let's hope for that. Just kind of updating you guys on my status throughout this pregnancy. So stay tuned. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.